Hi guys, so this is kind of rare that on the same Friday, for Freeform Friday, I would come back with the same stamp and try it out again, but that's what I'm going to do because I have had questions on the original video that I put out earlier today. So any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Also, I was waiting to see if I was going to get some HSN deliveries today to let you guys know that HSN does have free shipping and I think 5 FlexPay site-wide today. Kind of like what they did with their Cyber Week, but they're doing it again today. I know QVC started that yesterday and they're going through the, I think the 13th with free shipping. But on HSN, I know right now Diamond Press has, you know, their, the marquee is in stock in purple and in gold. And I do have the gold one. I've never opened it. I ordered it whenever it first came out and I just got myself a gold one. I wanted to be on the auto ship. Because basically I don't like asking for things, and I know, you know, you guys think like with Diamond Press, they just send me the stuff, and then, you know, even my contact there's like, oh yeah, I'll send it, you know, the auto ship things, just let me know, just remind me ahead of time. But that's not really something I like to do. I'm not gonna tell somebody, hey, remember you said you were gonna give me this? So like, I just don't do that. So I sign up for the auto ships myself, you know, and if they happen to send it to me, great. If they don't, I have it on the way anyway, you know. So I have the gold one, which is I just never opened it, but it's available. And then obviously lots of other things that, you know, you guys have seen or maybe were thinking about or saw during craft day. There's not gonna be another craft day until I believe February for HSN. So, you know, it's just things you're gonna pick up as you feel like. So what I'm gonna do is try out the stamp from earlier. So I did get an order in from HSN, but it's the It Cosmetics Today Special they had the other day. And it came in really fast. I think this only was on the show, the Today Special 2 days ago, maybe? I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is still use the same stamp from earlier that you guys were, the questions I got were, how about if you use a brayer? Because remember I was trying to put the ink and then I did it one way and I did it another way. And it's not bad, but I was trying to avoid these marks like on this one. So I'm just gonna turn the same paper over. And also, if you have something like this and you get marks, you know, you can put like a butterfly or something. You cover that part up. Nobody needs to know. I'm probably going to right now use the same set I used the other day, which is super cute. The Friends Sharing is Caring set. Again, this is available on HSN. And so is this set. And you guys were curious about this because it stamps and die cuts a bunch of sentiments all at once. So this is the, I don't know if it's just called sentiment. Yeah, Stacked Wave Stamps and Dies. Again, we have this different sentiments on this stamp set. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. But what I also want to do is use the same stamp to make a smaller card. Because you don't have to use the slimline if you don't want to. And so earlier in the video in the Freeform Friday, I showed you guys how this is basically 8 3/4 by 8 3/8 by 3 3/8. So just shy of 8.5 by 3.5, which I think is perfect matting for a standard A2 size card even. I suppose you could do it on a bigger card, but then you have to kind of work it out. But or 4x6, right? What they call A4, which is not really an A4, but Little Darlings, the LDRS, the company is owned by Lady Angie, and she does cards. She thinks she calls them like pocket. You know, she has pocket pals, like these little guys, pocket cards or something like that. But I think hers are like 4x6, so this could mat into that too. But people were like, what if you used a brayer? And so I was like, I always have my brayer sitting in front of me. I didn't even think about it. But to be honest, I didn't want to introduce something else that you feel like you need to use something else to make this stamp work. You don't. You just, like I showed you how to kind of just work it so that you wouldn't get marks from your stamp pad, right, on here. So you don't have to have this. But I do want to use it since you guys were curious. And then I look at my brayer, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing has seen better days. Look at how dirty it is. But that might help because a lot of times when you use a dye ink, like a very wet ink. I'm going to use the stamp ink from Crafter's Companion, the quick dry, but like let's say you're using like Distress ink or something like that. It's very watery and very thin, so a lot of times it beads up on your brayer and it's harder to spread. So maybe it's a good thing that this thing's all junky and maybe stuff will hold on to it. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, the other thing is I ordered a bunch of just different Wolfgang Puck things and like kitchen things that I like from HSN. So one of those things is a chopper. I'm so curious to try, so I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna review it, of course, you know me, but I think it just came out when they came out with their bread maker this last time Wolfgang Puck was on there, so I'll have a link to that. And it chops and dices things, but right now I'm into dehydrating stuff, so I'm like, that actually would help a lot because it has a mandolin slicer, which I love, but they're so scary. Mandolin slicers scare me so bad, so I just kind of I bought them, I've given them away or got rid of them because I always feel like I'm gonna reach in a drawer and like cut myself. I'm like, forget it, I don't want that thing. So I'm curious to try this chopper thing that they have, this system, so we will see. I love stuff like that. Okay, we're gonna start this off with, again, just the same ink, which I put away, of course, and now let me find it. I like this color. I like this color a lot. It's the ocean blue, but you know, if you want to mix it with some other colors or kind of give it a gradation, I mean, that's up to you. So I think what I'm going to do is to begin with is go ahead and put some color down. And that's what I'm saying. See the little marks that your stamp pad naturally wants to make? And then I'm going to, so Miranda's in the other room watching something. I might go and turn it down in just a minute. But actually, that isn't even as bad as, look at that, that's not bad. But early on, I was like, oh, this thing's making a lot of marks. So what I'm going to do is roll my brayer onto the ink, which I probably don't even have to. I can probably just go on here. This is a small brayer. That's the other thing. So it's still going to make its own lines just for being a small brayer. But let's try this out. And I can see that there's still lines like right there. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know how harsh they're going to come out. So let me ink this up again and give it some more. Not too bad, but not bad. I mean, it's not really repelling it either here. And I'm not going to use the stamp positioner, even though I probably should this time. I'm just going to lay it down like I did in the first video. And just lay this across. And be gentle with it, massage it, show it a good time, you know. Here we go. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. That works very well, guys. All right, so if you have a brayer, use it. If you don't have a brayer, it's not a big deal. You can just, like I showed you, just kind of just lay it on there and just pat, 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 or let it do its own thing. But I think adding more color, like going over it a few times, helps out with that. Because you can see the lines are still even there now, and it didn't make the lines in the stamp. So thank you guys to the ones that were curious about a brayer. To be honest, I didn't even think about it. But again, sometimes I like to do things so that people don't feel like you need something extra to make something work, if that's possible. You know what I'm saying? If we don't need it. So I am going to cut this down. This is really cool. So I'll probably cut it down to matte on an A2 size card. Oh, you know what? I can use the same paper to stamp my little guys. So I thought I was going to use these guys. Aren't they adorable? They're so cute and sitting on their little bench. So I think I'm just going to make them a focal point on the card and then just cut them out with the dies, you know. And I don't know if I'm going to use alcohol ink. So what I'm going to do is stamp it with some Nuvo hybrid or your squid ink or whatever hybrid ink, because that will give me a chance to decide what I want to do with it. Does this fit on here? Let's see. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to use my Nuvo hybrid ink again because, oh, yeah. That's all I want to do is mess up my background. We can then choose, do we want to use water-based, you know, markers, or do we want to use alcohol ink? It doesn't matter because it's a hybrid ink and it'll work on either one. Instead of choosing just water-based or just alcohol ink paper. So I'm going to stamp that right on here. And I think that's all I'm going to do other than the, what's it called? The sentiment, right? So we're going to use that too. Again, that's available on HSN. Oh, such a cutie. Okay. So let me put this to the side here. So yeah, I think I kind of like using watercolors or water-based things because it makes it look artsy, but it's easy also. So what I'm going to do is keep this here. I'm going to use this water brush. This is the one that had blue ink. One of them, oh my gosh, I don't know what I was doing. I got some kind of blue ink on it, and it was just like sucking into this, so I had to really wash it out. I think we're okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to use that, and I'm sorry if this video seems a little bit quick, but like I said, Miranda's over here. She's watching like Aladdin, and I don't want, you know, any kind of infractions here. So what I'm going to do is pick out my colors, and I'm going to start off on here, and then just picking up the color with the water brush. And then, you know, coloring in like my little bench here. And I always start wherever there should be darker areas, like shadow areas, and then going down to a lighter area. And that gives you some shadowing without really working at it. So I'm just using my Arteza Real Brush pens. And I'll bring that color down. You know, like I said, start darker and then blend out to the lighter color. Now I'm doing it this way because this is, what's that thing called? just stamping paper. It's not watercolor paper. So sometimes if I was to just go in here and do my, unless you work really fast, you might not be able to get it to move. Do you see that? It's basically just stuck there. So I like to put the color somewhere else and bring it over with the water brush. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'll videotape it as much as I can, and I'll be right back. Okay, so cute. I'm gonna be careful because it's probably still a bit wet. There's that little girl. I made some avant-garde color choices, but there it is. Let's see here. So like I said, this paper, I think I want to trim it down. I'm gonna use, let's see, this side of it. So I just want to trim it right on the line and then see how much I can get from that. So I am going to place this here. What I mean is I pretty much want all of this because I don't want to take too much off of it. So let's look at this side. And that can be, you know, it's at about 3.5 because like I said, the stamp kind of ends like at 3 3/8-ish. So maybe I want to use the whole, let's go to 3.5. Because I'm going to add a little bit of greenery at the bottom just with some ink. And then on this side, like I said, I want this side of the paper. I want to go, so if we're doing 3.5, and usually a standard A2 size card is 4 1/4 on the small side. So that means I took 3/4 inches off, right? So 5.5 should be 4 3/4. If I take 3/4 of an inch off. Let me make sure 3.5, or yeah, okay. So 5.5, 5 3/4, just a little bit more, just a little extra, just in case. So we have this little piece you can use for something else, or however. It's funny because it's basically on both sides. And that's all I'm going to do with this guy, but I'm also going to add a little green at the bottom here. I'm going to find what that will be and something to apply it with, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just putting this out so I can just color on it a little bit. Again, I'm just going to take my magic mushroom here and just at the very bottom add a little bit of grasshopper. Now this is probably not what I should be using because it's quick dry ink. I should probably be using a different ink, but I just want to add a little green down here at the bottom just so it looks like the bottom of a scene, right? And you know, you can be as heavy-handed. I can bring in some other different color, but that's all I want, just a little something to put at the bottom of our scene here. And then when I bring my little people, they're going to be in here somewhere, and we're going to use that die cut that sentiment set. So I'm gonna clean up and I'll be right back. So I do have a card base here. This is very thin paper. I have no idea where I got this from. Again, I just dig in my stash. When it's something thin like this, I don't mind just bending it, but it's always better to do your score mark. So this is 5.5 by 8.5 inch paper, scored at 4 1/4. Really just folded at 4 1/4. So we have our A2 size card. I do have a piece of craft cardstock that would look nice. And then I thought, well, it's kind of plain, so maybe we should do something. So we will, maybe I should have made this a little bit bigger just so you have more of this. But I'm going to run it through this Diamond Press folder. I used one the other day and somebody asked me where I got it. It was from a kit that they had on HSN that I believe is sold out right now. Whenever Diamond Press first came out with the marquee and they came out with larger things, that's when that was available. I don't think it's available right now, but if it is, I'll have the links in the description box for it, but I'm pretty sure it's not there anymore. Okay, so this is cut down to 4, oopsie, I'm gonna drop something here, by 5 1/4. So I'm gonna stick that down. So you might be able to see some of the butterflies, but I don't, you know, you can kind of tell they're butterflies. They're back there. It's just something else we can add. And then I'm going to layer these things on. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take the time right now to glue this down. Again, I always like the opposite side plus that side. I don't know. They're both good. So I'm just going to glue this down, and then I'll glue down the other piece also on here and on top of this, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna use the same cheap paper to, I just wanna make sure that's down, that I used the card base. Look how thin that is. I don't know what to say, but that's what it is. So I'm gonna open up this sentiment set, and people were curious, and like I said, if you guys click on the link there or go to HSN, however you wanna do it, but if you can click my link, that'd be really nice. You'll see the person that demoed this, and poor girl was flustered. But it was funny because she kept doing it wrong, and I'm like, oh no. But when you only have seconds or minutes, yeah, I guess that could happen. But I couldn't be happier for you. You are truly amazing. We love you so much. You deserve it. It's a good day for a good day. Oh, that's sweet. I like that one. You made it to the end. Hope your day is as amazing as you. Follow your dreams until the adventure begins. Let's celebrate you. Success looks good on you, and you were so thoughtful. And that's only one of them. So I have just for you and congrats on there too. That also cuts out with the dies. We have time to put out this really tiny fire. That's funny. Okay, today is all about you. Better late than never, and many more. I guess because it's a birthday thing. That's really cute. You make me ridiculously happy from all of us. You're not too old. You're not old, sorry. You're just older. I didn't forget this time. I got you a gift. You're holding it. That's really sweet. This is a paper hug. It's your birthday from me to you. So there's lots of fun things on here. That is so weird the way it's like falling off here, but it's because that part doesn't really matter. So I think I'm going to use one of the sentiments from this one. Either way, you're going to do it the same way. So, and if you don't want to stamp all of them, you don't have to. You can just stamp the section you would like, you know, or the area that you would like, and then use your die or however. But basically, I probably should just left it on this, and you know how I like to leave things on their carrier, ink it up, and then just press down. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp this, and I'm going to use this big guy. I think it'll take it just fine. Okay. I'm going to use a big, let's use Memento ink because I know that does a good job for lots of reasons, but let's get this on here. Sorry, I told you my girl's over there playing. She has little critters, or what are they? There's some little toys. And there's lots of little pieces, but they're super cute. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Let's see here. So we have that. And since it's very fine, it's not the biggest deal, but we're just going to press down and get the whole thing stamped out, hopefully. Now you saw that? That doesn't need to be crooked like that. I don't believe. See what happens when you're like, oh, the person was so flustered. Now I'm going to have the same issues. Okay. Pretty good. That might be the way it is. Let me see. Oh, yeah. That looked wrong to me because of the way it was like going up, but maybe that's just how it is. Okay, so we're good. Hopefully. And now all we need is the die set. So thanks for watching, guys. I know I was just like, I should have used the brayer. But like I said, if I can get away with doing something when you don't have to have extra stuff, I'd rather do that, you know? But it did help. In the initial video, I got it going without the help of a brayer, but it worked out. So we have our die. Obviously, if the die's like this, it doesn't match up the circles. Wait, hold on. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Even if you tried, it's not gonna work. These little dots aren't matching up. It's this way, and then you'll have an easier time of it. So you match up the dots, and that's pretty good. So this one, like I said, is kind of funky, but I'm wondering if the other set makes that one work. Do you know what I'm saying? So we have the two sets. But as you can see, I mean, this is perfect. They're all lined up. They look really nice. I have 3 of these dots ready to go. So sorry guys, I went to grab this and something fell and it was really loud. That was the brayer. Maybe this is supposed to be more like that. I don't know. Either way, you know, you can see right through to the words, so it's not the biggest deal. So you would want to stick this down very well so it doesn't move, and just stick it out. And you're going to cut all of these at one time. So again, you can put them away for later, just cut the ones that you want, you know, or just stamp the area that you want and then use your die, however you want to do it. I'm going to run this through the marquee, I believe. Let me see if it's big enough. Yeah. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, it's probably good that I take pauses because then the kids came down. They want to know what's for dinner, even though it's not close to dinner time. That was my middle child. Okay, so we have all these guys. I'm just going to take them off of here. And unless they're taped down, you know, the tape that I put here, they should just come right out. Oh my gosh. So cool. This one's a little bit, no, okay, there we go. All right, well, there they are. Now I'm going to sort through these and pick out the ones that I thought I wanted. I did want to show you in the kit for the die and the stamp set, they also have some ideas of what else you could do, some card ideas. So that's really, well, not on the back. 1 page of ideas here, just the front side. So there's that. Okay, let me look at this and think about how I want to arrange these, and I'll be right back. So I sorted through everything. These are so cute. And then, like I said, it's called stacking. I mean, if you want to stack some of them together, if it makes sense, then you can do that. I'm just going to use the It's a Good Day for a Good Day one. And I think I'm just going to stick these little guys down. Simple card, you know, put this up here. You could put them down there, put this down here, but obviously I would have to bring the green up higher if you wanted something down here, or even I could just still put them here, put this down here. I mean, whatever it is that you like, but I think I like putting them there and this over here. And I will give them a little bit of dimension, and I guess I will use some dimensionals. Just because I'm always using the glue, and maybe you don't have glue, so I'll try something else. How big is that? Too big. Ooh, this is puffy. This has a lot of dimension. I didn't realize. Okay, let's put that there, and maybe piece here. So yeah, so thanks for coming back, watching a little bit more. I know people were very curious of that stamp. I am in love with it. Oh my gosh, super cool. I mean, you can use it on anything. Really, because I can't think of a, I don't know, of a stamp set that I don't have, like that I have, that wouldn't work with this kind of thing. Look how cute. I love the clouds. Oh my gosh. And maybe I'm using it wrong. I think that's right? The darkest up the top. I don't know. I just think it's super cute. So we have these little guys. And I think I'll just glue this down, even though maybe being puffed up would be cute too, but it's a good day for a good day. And then that's little sharing is caring set has like all kinds of other little animals we can put in the sky and things, but I'm just going to leave it at this. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for coming back. Thank you for the suggestions and for asking about the brayer. I think it worked. I like the way I did it with the ink and then just kind of brayered over it. But if you want to start off with the brayer the whole time, that's up to you. I know sometimes brayers leave like lines themselves, right, as you're brayering. But the more you brayer, the less the lines there are. So that's kind of why I started off with ink and then brayered over it. But do what you like. All right, that's just, like I always say, that's just what I'm doing. It doesn't mean you have to do it that same way. I mean, everyone has their style, their ideas, and everything else. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have the links there for you. Yeah, so again, HSN has the free shipping today. It seems like today only, but I don't know. So just want to give you guys a heads up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.